Preliminary transition from Trump to Joe Biden is starting, but President Trump is still fighting for America and giving credence to the stuff that Sidney Powell was saying about Dominion voting systems. Nice. Meanwhile, the establishment RINOs in Arizona and elsewhere, Michigan, are caving like cowards. This is the end of Hour 1 of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. It's Tuesday, November 24th, 2020. Stay tuned for Hour 2. Jesse Lee will be right back. I am James Hake with Hake News, not fake news. Revolver News and Daily Caller report that Trump allows the GSA, General Services Administration, to begin transition but continues the legal battle. The Epoch Times also says Trump vows to win the re-election after the GSA makes the transition resources available to Biden. Quote, I want to thank Emily Murphy at GSA, General Services Administration, for her steadfast dedication and loyalty to our country, the president tweeted. She has been harassed, threatened, and abused, and I do not want to see this happen to her, her family, or employees at the GSA. Our case strongly continues, and we will keep up the good fight, and I believe we will prevail, he said. Nevertheless, in the best interest of our country, I am recommending that Emily and her team do what needs to be done with regard to initial protocols, and have told my team to do the same. The far-left enemy of America, CNN, reported that Murphy sent a letter to Biden's transition team on Monday, formally notifying them that the transition has begun. She claimed not to have been pressured. Biden's transition guy, Johannes Abraham, is running his mouth, pretending to be responsible and decent, and also smeared the real president, Donald Trump. The Epoch Times reports on the election, an Arizona judge on Friday, 3 days ago, dismissed final pending election-related lawsuit, the last one in the state, following a trial this past Friday. Judge Margaret Mahoney dismissed a complaint filed by two Arizona residents. Lori Aguilar, who said that her ballot was rejected, she believes because of a Sharpie marker, even though officials said, oh, Sharpies are fine. And she wasn't given another ballot, and she was denied the right to vote, she says. And Dovokan Drobina, who says that his vote wasn't properly counted by the machines. The female judge said, I believe that it is the appropriate resolution, and that is what I will be doing, without elaborating on her reason for dismissing the case with prejudice, meaning you can't try to appeal, I guess. In a unanimous vote, 4 Republicans and 1 Democrat in Maricopa County, Arizona, certified the election results, giving Biden a so-called win. We'll see what happens. Michigan Attorney General warns of false claims of voter fraud, a female Democrat, despite allegations of the broken chain of custody of the ballots, broken chain of custody links. Dana Nessel, a Democrat, tweeted that making a false claim of a crime is itself a crime, and suggested that awareness of potential criminal liability is the reason of some of those making fraud allegations have not filed complaints with law enforcement. She was commenting on updates from the Michigan State Board of Canvassers, which ultimately voted to certify the election results on Monday. That's the one run by the coward woman and the man who are Republicans, white Republicans being pushed around by black Democrats and liberal commies. During that meeting, former State Senator Patrick Colbeck, a Republican poll watcher in Detroit, argued the results of the election are not certifiable. And that's because of the chain of custody had been broken for the ballots. They didn't know who had what when. Revolver News says that Trump scored 2 wins, though, in the Michigan legislature, and a federal appeals court agreed to election reviews according to Just the News. The Michigan House hearing is set for Wednesday. That's tomorrow. Georgia recount requested by the Trump campaign is going to begin on Tuesday. It's a machine recount. Counties have a deadline of midnight after December 2nd to complete the recount, which follows that so-called audit that found 4 batches of uncounted votes, mostly for Trump, reported last week or earlier. By the way, a female GOP candidate took a 4-vote lead in Pennsylvania after the state Senate race rejected her appeal. Trump said that he will never concede to Dominion and fake votes. Interesting, huh? I'm James Hake. On to Jesse.